You already know who it is. It's your boy, Ron Burgundy, Mr. Unapologetically Ignorant. You know the motto, if you're not a part of the solution, you're part of the problem. This ain't the fat mother effer to mess with ye.
You know who it is. It's your boy, Ron Burgundy, Mr. Unapologetically Ignorant. And you know the motto. If you ain't part of the solution, you part of the problem. This ain't the fat mother effer to mess with. Yeah. You already know. We ain't always going to see eye to eye. But as long as we all come together, hit that like button, subscribe, and share, we going to be all right. Today, we're going to be talking about a serious subject, and that's mental health awareness. Now, in a lot of the communities that most of my viewers have grown up in, I myself have grown up in, mental health is something that we look at and we try to either hide, make believe it's not there, or minimize. So we all, growing up where we grew up, dealt with different traumas that were growing up, and we're never taught how to process those traumas. I need to know how many of my viewers have had, growing up, their parents fighting, whatever age it was. Do you remember your parents fighting, whether it was physical or arguing? You ever heard your neighbors argue? You ever seen a car crash? Has any of your friends growing up in school been a victim of gun violence? Things like that, man. Do you have a friend in the school that got hit by a car, or you have a friend in school that lost a sister? You have a friend these things that we deal with when we're growing up as just normal human people, it leaves things on us that we don't even understand, like post-traumatic stress. That is something probably I believe that all of Long Island has, and all of New York has, and I believe a lot of people, especially in these urban areas, the projects in the city, the hood areas from Wyandanch to Bay Shore to wherever you want to name out where we're from, Hempstead, Freeport, those street element areas, think about the things that go on in it. And we're not just talking about the people that are involved, but what about the people in the community that witness this or hear about it on the news? That alone makes someone hesitate or take a second step or think before they step out their door. You see what I'm saying? When we were growing up and our parents were arguing and fighting, or whether it got physical or not, that impacted us. You see what I'm saying? And we were taught not to talk to nobody. We not to tell nobody our business. If the teacher at the school asks us what's going on, you tell them, no, everything is all right. No. Everything is not all right. Let's correct the narrative, okay? And this is where we do it. We start with the mental health, because this leads to people growing up to being delusional adults. You see what I'm saying? And I don't know if you guys know, but the guy some years ago who had shot up that movie theater with all them people, and he was a young kid, right? If you go look this up, his lawyer was able to avoid certain type of harsher penalties because they said that the child himself was unable to know the difference between wrong and right because the way he was raised. His parents sheltered him from real consequences because they had money, whatever the case may be. So the way you were raised affects the way you behave today. And we need to get back to we need to correct it and get back to the good narrative. You know, it's not all about going to church and doing this, that, and the third. What it's about really is just being a human being. You see what I'm saying? And all that treat others how you want to be treated, you know, that's for real. Again, these are the things they don't talk about in our community. You got these people who get up here and glorify street legends. Yeah, we want to hear that stuff, you know, but we also want to hear about the other part of it. Why these people did this. How are they able to live with their decisions? Why they don't make those same decisions today? And that started with them working on their mental health. And again, I'm not here to preach to you. That's what your pastor does. You see what I'm saying? I'm here to reach you so I can teach you. You see what I'm saying? Like I was taught. I was taught these things. When I tell you I'm just a regular person that's just done some extraordinary things and been around extraordinary people, I really mean that. The people that are around me in the background, I have conversations and mentally spar with individuals that IQ's double mine. And I got a high-ass IQ. You see what I'm saying? But it's not about that. What it's about is actually going through these things and understanding them, that no book, no counselor are going to tell you how to deal with you. You see what I'm saying? And don't be afraid to talk to somebody. Get their advice. When you go to these people and you go to a counselor, they're not going to be able to tell you how to deal with your problems. They're going to give you their advice of what they learned. You see what I'm saying? Now go to family. We all have somebody in our family we can talk to. Yo, this is on my mind. Stop telling people you're doing okay when you're not doing okay. You see what I'm saying? And when you're able to get that off your chest, it's going to make you feel better, bro. I tell you that. Sis, whatever you want to be. You see what I'm saying? Or whoever's listening, this is for real. I'm coming from the left with this because you know what? I've been fighting mental illness all my life and didn't know it. All my life, I didn't know I had PTSD, explosive disorder, and stuff like that. Those are just labels. You see what I'm saying? We have to find ways to connect with our youth and help them deal with their anger issues because their dad wasn't around. Anger issues because maybe their mom was doing nasty things with a whole bunch of men in the house or was never there or did drugs. Or, you know, these kids that grow up angry at themselves or other people and they take it out on other people. You know that saying, hurt people hurt people? That's the realest saying you'll ever understand when you come from experiences. And it's not just in the hood. People in real life have been hurt when they were kids and they grow up to hurt other people. It's all over the internet. You see what I'm saying? And people mock it. It's like that shit is a serious topic when you think about it. Like, we got to do something because these kids are out here toting guns with switches on it that can really do a lot of damage, not to their target, but as you can see, innocent bystanders get hit all the time. Kids, women, like they picking up that gun and they don't even understand the power that they have or that they have a mental illness. So they should be nowhere near that gun because they can't make the proper decision to execute and use that weapon. You don't know what it means to take a life, homie, because you don't even understand life. Some of these kids are dying before they understand what life is. And this is a subject I've experienced, man. Long live Trey, man. For real. 17 years old, lost his life down here. Someone I consider my nephew, my brother, who's in prison, free polo. You see what I'm saying? Had to see his son. Yeah, couldn't even see him. Lost his son while he in jail, homie. And it's like we got to do something because the example we set coming up wasn't the right one. It wasn't the right one. You see what I'm saying? And now is the time to act. Now that we have the tools to reach our children. See, nowadays, if you can't reach them through their phone, you're not going to reach them through any place else. Their phones have more control over them. That's another mental illness. It's an addiction. That scrolling thing is an addiction. These things were created to enthrall us and to keep our focus on it. You see what I'm saying? This mental health, if when you become aware of the things that you've been through have affected you in ways you don't understand, and you start seeking that peace that you really want, that peace in your head, not the peace that you tell everybody you have. When someone tells you, hey, how you doing? You be like, I'm doing good. Well, meanwhile, nigga, you're broken up inside. Your girl beefing with you. You don't have enough for your kids. You want to do this, but you don't have the money for that. Your man's in jail. Your mom's ain't talking to you. Your dad's a bug out someplace else. Like, there's so many things you're really going through, but you tell people every day you're doing good. That's not good. You see what I'm saying? So I'm telling you, people, take care of your mental health because the mental health is the foundation to how you're going to be able to live and react in this world. You see what I'm saying? What you do is only what you thought. You understand that? You don't just jump up and do something. You see what I'm saying? And a lot of times, man, our thoughts only always the right thoughts. They come from a position of what we don't understand. We don't understand. We're just individuals with problems. And these are the topics we're going to dive deeper into. I ain't going to hold you up too much for your day. Like I said, I'm here to take 10, 12 minutes out your day, drop a little something off on you. Hope you let you think about it. And by the time you process that, you'll be seeing the next video, which we'll be talking about pride, which I believe to be the primary reason individuals die early. Y'all stay tuned, man. More content coming. I appreciate everybody. Big shout out to LI. We got some big announcements coming. Yeah. We got some big things coming up in the future, the real near future. And I promise you, I'm going to take you on the journey with me Because you know what? Without y'all, there ain't no me. Again, I don't speak for Long Island. I'm just the one giving the Long Island a voice to speak for themselves. You already know who it is. It's your boy, Ron Burgundy, Mr. Unapologetically Ignorant. And you know the motto. If you ain't part of the solution, you part of the problem. This ain't the fat mother effer to mess with. Yeah. We ain't always going to see eye to eye, but as long as we all come together, hit that like button, subscribe, and share, we going to be all right. Y'all make sure y'all tune in Friday night. I'm going to have an open forum. Hopefully we can get Backdropper TV up there. But we're going to have an open forum where I'm going to let a panel, I'm going to form, and we're going to have people call in and just have a conversation, man. I don't need to know who you are. You got something going on in your life. You got something you want your kid to hear. You want to talk on a subject. You want to bring something to the platform. I'm going to give you the opportunity Friday at 8 o'clock. We're going to be streaming live on all platforms. Y'all tune in, man. We here.